of you who are new to us, this is Meeting Ladies Room. We talk about any and everything here. We pull from the fishbowl and just discuss topics. But the way that it goes, everybody has to interact. We want your response. We want y'all to communicate back with us. So let me see what we're gonna pick today. You ready?
I guess so. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling.
Let's see what we're gonna pick. Pick a good one.
Let me pick.
Let me
pick.
She's picking today, so let's see.
And we have, drum roll please, issues with insecurities.
Okay.
So, hey, Nicole.
Okay.
So, our topic, you are just in time. Mm-hmm. Our topic for tonight is issues with insecurities. Okay. So, what do you guys have to say about that? Let's go. Hey, Kim. How are you?
Hey, Kim.
So, you ready? You on?
Yeah.
You gone?
Well, it's a lot with insecurities. I mean, that's kind of a vague topic because insecurities could be insecure in your relationship, right?
Yeah.
Insecure with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be a lot of things that you could be insecure about, and you shouldn't. Let's go with insecure in relationships.
Insecure in relationship. We can talk about that.
You know, I think I was watching something, and it was they were talking about how it was a pastor, and he was talking about you can't even go to the next room, or you can't be nowhere, you know, without them worrying about what you're doing or who you talking to or who said something to you.
Oh, wow.
Really? Y'all know people like that? I know people like that.
You do?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I don't think I don't know.
And where does that come from?
Hey, dolls.
Come on, therapist. Where does that come from? Come on, therapist.
So, dolls, so for anybody that's just joining us, y'all, our topic tonight is issues with insecurities. So the first area that we're tackling tonight is insecurities as it relates to relationships. And Stephanie just gave us a good example of insecurities about someone who, I guess their husband or their spouse, their mate, can't even go to the next room.
Next room. I'm just saying anywhere. They always got to, you know, wonder like, what you doing? Scared.
Right. And so Tasha writes, so some of the reasons for that is bad past relationships.
Correct.
And that is so true, you guys. Like when people have insecurities in a relationship, it's really insecurities within themselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's really insecurities within themselves. Like if you feel like your mate can't be out of your eyesight, or if you're concerned, or if you're worried about them cheating on you, or if they're going to be talking to this person or talking to that next person, like you need to check yourself. That's not that person's issue. That's your own issue. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, those issues come from self-esteem.
Exactly.
Self-esteem.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel like it's something wrong with you. And if you feel that way, then you need to work on that.
Exactly.
You know, you need to work on that.
We all got something we need to work on.
Because nobody wants, like, how would you feel if your man didn't want you leaving out of their sight? Highland dear.
It wouldn't work. But you know what? When we got together, I told Alex I wouldn't worry about any of that because, you know, the God I serve, he going to let me know anyway.
That's right.
So I don't worry about stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's going to come right to the forefront.
So when you're talking about the insecurities in relationships, so we do have the spirit of discernment as it relates to some of the things that's kind of going on. Mm-hmm. But when you have insecurity, and then just like Tasha wrote, you have bad history of bad relationships, it kind of put a sour taste in your mouth. But one thing about having bad relationships, you cannot take those relationships and move those same type of experience into the next relationship.
That's right. Which is why I told Alex that. Because, you know, I wasn't going to, no matter what I had been through or what had happened before, it wasn't his fault.
No.
So that's why I told him, that's why I said, but, you know, I did leave it like that. I said, I'm not going to worry about it because I got Jesus.
So when you have, you know, insecurities, like you cannot, for real, you guys, like you have to nip that in the bud. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You need to heal from whatever hurt that you had in the past. You need to get you a therapist. You need to get you a coach.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
You need to get you a coach or someone to help you, get your self-esteem together, help you get your life together, identify those areas that has hurt you in the past.
Your struggles.
And you need to be able to heal from it and be, to fix those broken areas.
Well, a lot of it, sometimes you just need to wait. Like they go from one bad relationship and then they go out and meet somebody else and now they're into another one, but they haven't dealt with, their insecurities.
That's right. And Tasha writes, we all need to heal before we move on.
Absolutely.
And that is absolutely right.
Saying.
Because it's too many broken people, especially in Atlanta. It's too many broken people out here that's finding relationships and they're making they're hurting other people's feelings.
Yep.
And then they're breaking them. They're causing this person to have this bad taste in their mouth, and they're going from relationship to relationship doing the same thing, getting the same results, which is nothing.
And think about it like this. You didn't take the time to fix yourself or get yourself right, and then you meet somebody and you still all messed up and you bring all this old stuff into the relationship, and that could have been your everything. I mean, that could have been the relationship that was going to really be the one. That was your life partner, but you messed it up.
That's right.
You messed it up because he wasn't dealing with all that. She wasn't dealing with all that.
One thing one of my friends told me a long time ago, the right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person. The right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person. And I think we all, and that means if you, even as women, if you find somebody who's broken, somebody who's got all this baggage, and somebody who's just in an emotional state that they're emotionally unavailable to you,
right?
Then that's not the person. That's not the person that you need to focus your time and attention on. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go on a date or, well, Stephanie gonna get me for this because that's not intentional dating. But if you just want to, go on a date or something like that, but keep your options open to finding exactly what you want, then that might not be the person that you need to focus in on all your time and attention and affection on that person, because you're going to end up broken because you're not going to end up getting your needs met in that situation, and you're going to repeat the cycle again. So Missy writes, I need help right now. Missy, we need you to write what it is that you need help with right now so that we can help you.
This is where we answer the question.
That's it. This is the Meeting in the Ladies Room conversations. We talk about it all right here on the Meeting in the Ladies Room. So whatever you need help with, put it out there. We have a whole lot of ladies that's joined us tonight who can provide their feedback, you guys. Just in case you're just joining us, our topic tonight is insecurities. Issues of insecurities. So, and right now, the first area of insecurity that we're talking about is relationships.
Exactly.
So, how does insecurities affect the relationship or affect your marriage or affect whatever it is that your situationship, if that's what you want to call it?
And Tasha says people show you who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. So,
and what we do is keep giving them, well, maybe they didn't quite mean it like that. And then it comes up again. When they show you who they are, believe it. Like I was talking earlier on another live, stop trying to put a square into a circle. It doesn't fit. Recognize when it doesn't fit and be strong enough to let it go. Say next.
Anybody else got anything to say about insecurities as it relates to relationships? Because insecurities will kill a relationship.
Yeah.
It'll kill it all day long, because I don't want no man seeming possessive and controlling because he got insecurities. Don't want you to go anywhere. Don't want you to do anything. Just want you to stay in the house so don't nobody see you. All this other kind of stuff. It can come off in really a whole lot of different ways that's really not gonna it's gonna stunt your growth, and it's gonna cause you to be like, what?
But it goes back to the questions in the beginning. See, these are the things that when you're dating, courting, trying to really figure it out if we can make it, these are the things that you do. So even though you have a boo, ladies, men, you have to still go out with the guys. You have to still go out with your girlfriend.
That's it. You got to have your own separate
You
lives.
got to have your own separate life. You got to still do other things besides do things together.
Yes.
Otherwise, when you want to do it this one time, oh, my friends is going here, I want to go. You ain't been going. You've been sitting right there on the couch. So you didn't even know about the insecurities because you've been there the whole time. Mm-hmm. These are the things that you got to figure out before you can determine if they are your life partner.
And then if people are needy and clingy and codependent on you, that can even bring up more issues about possible insecurities because that's too much. That's just too much, you guys. It will drive you crazy saying, man, I can't even go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this. I can't do that. Right?
Yeah.
So Missy writes, getting over a 2-year relationship when finding out that he's engaged to get married 2 months later. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That happens.
It does.
That happens. But I talk about that too. So if you are intentionally dating, like I said, you gotta have these conversations, lady. You can't be scared you're gonna lose them. They're gonna run. If they're gonna run, they're not it anyway. Intentional dating is what I said. They're I just talked about this the other night. And basically, they're just dealing with you or dating you in the moment, trying to decide which one. So that's what I tell you guys. You gotta come different. Mm-hmm. So it was something different about that other person because I guarantee he was dating you and her at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what y'all were going through. I don't know if you want to share a little bit more what y'all were going through, but somehow she was bringing something different.
Mm-hmm. And I know that can be hard, Missy, when you're talking about insecurities as it relates to relationships, because if you invested your time and your energy into someone for 2 years, only to find out that they're engaged 2 months after you guys broke up, that can be very heartbreaking. Absolutely. That also is very telling, just like she said, that they were already together when you all were together. And my thing to you, Missy, what were the red flags that you missed about that situation that caused you to stay in there for 2 years? Because it was something about that situation that there were flags, there were signs, there was something about your intuition that told you that something wasn't right with this guy that you ignored.
And what we do, we keep holding on.
That's what we do.
We keep holding on.
We try to make it fit. We try to make excuses for it. We try to do all these things to try to say, oh, well, maybe. We try to be so understanding, but in that understanding, you get hurt as you did. So what were some, and Missy, I'm curious to know, what were some of the red flags that you feel now and looking back at it that you missed when you all were together?
She said she lived in another state and they lived in Georgia.
And they lived here in Georgia together.
No.
Yeah, she said together. They lived
together. They lived here.
She lived
Missy
okay. Yeah. And then the girl lived in another state. But it was still something about that situation. Like, you don't just leave a 2-year relationship and then all of a sudden be engaged 2 months later.
Right.
Like,
he had to be sometime.
Yeah, he had to either have some type of relationship with this girl. There's just no way that there were just no type of signs visible at all that...
She said she didn't see any.
Yeah, Vaughn, ouch. That's right, Vaughn, ouch.
Yeah.
That hurts. It
does hurt, but you know what? It's a learning experience. And the next time, because I'm assuming, well, he's married. So the next time we will intentionally date. We will ask questions up front. And we will keep a barometer. I mean, because you kind of know. I mean, you kind of can see, like I said, when we were dating, when Alice and I were dating, he was asking me out on Tuesday. He was asking me out on Wednesday. He wasn't waiting until Friday. Pay attention, ladies. If you're getting asked out on Friday, you are the last resort. Ain't nobody that busy.
That's right.
Ain't nobody that busy.
And then, so Miss Larisha says how she didn't know. Well, I mean, one, it's harder to find out if the person lives out of state because you never know if they were having if he may have been traveling for his job,
Yeah.
we don't know the inside and out of the relationship. But she said, I did ask if he was over his ex. He told me he was 98%. Then we became exclusive, and he told me he loved me. Oh, so he married the ex. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
So, Missy, did he marry his ex? We're waiting to hear about this ex.
So he went back to what was familiar.
That's right. And he went back because if they probably broke up because he was taking too long. He was taking too long to probably give her what she wanted.
Yeah.
So he thought he could go test the waters with you, and ended up realizing that maybe he still wanted to be with this other person.
Yeah. He was trying to get back out there, get his feet wet, met you. You know what I mean? You were nice, so he tried it with you, but really his heart was still where he was.
Yeah. She said they're not married yet. He was engaged as of the end of December. Oh, I know that. That's heartbreaking.
That's heartbreaking.
That's definitely heartbreaking.
But
because
you know what?
But what happened was he had just gotten out of a relationship.
We just talked about that.
So he wasn't fully available emotionally for you because he was getting over somebody else. So he wasn't able to fully give himself to you in that moment. So his emotions at the time that he met you was still tied up in this other woman who was his ex. Yeah. Because if you have to ask a man if they're over their ex, they're not over them.
That's right.
Because it's something about that situation that you had to ask. Are you over your ex? Especially if it was too soon. Absolutely. Too soon after. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jackie.
So Vaughn, right, it is difficult when the person lives in the same city to converse daily, yet you find out they have someone coming over frequently and masking them as simply the coworker. That is right, Vaughn. They'll do it.
There's a lot going on. Right. We got to keep our eyes open, people. We got to ask the questions. We gotta ask the questions and can't be scared of the answer.
That's right. And when when people want to cheat, they're gonna cheat.
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna cheat. No matter what you do, no matter how much you feel like you've covered all your bases, they're gonna cheat. But always, one thing God has given us women is intuition. We have intuition, you guys. Yes. We have it. We just ignore it. Yes. We just don't want to listen to what it's telling us because we want to believe and we want to feel what it is that we're feeling. Absolutely. Because it's too hurtful to believe what our intuition is telling us. So we just mask it and we pretend like we don't get it. We don't understand. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Then we try to weigh the good outweigh the bad. We try to do all those things to try to justify it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we got to listen to our intuition. And I'm in the process of doing a little something
Amen.
About that. Yes,
Amen.
I am a process of doing something, a little something about that. So
it's
to help us out.
Yes.
It's all growing. So Yetta writes, red flags for me, blame me for everything and never took responsibility for nothing. That's right. That's what they'll do. It's always our fault. The way cheaters roll, or the way people who want to be manipulated and deceptive roll, they deflect. They will blame you all day long. They'll say it's you. They'll pass it on to this person. They never take responsibility. Yep. They are never wanting to be accountable for their actions. That's just how they roll. So as women, we have to understand and know that, and we have to be accountable for ourselves. Right. And we have to take a responsibility for ourselves. One thing that I have learned as it relates to transformation is that you have to take responsibility for whatever role you play in that situation, because that's the only way you're going to be able to change.
Not asking the questions,
but you're taking responsibility. Not saying that you did something bad, but what was the other stuff that you did that you ignored? That was the red flags that told you shouldn't have been in that situation. You have to be responsible for not listening to yourself.
What was his response when you asked? Well, he said 98% he was over her. Girl. So 2% sent him back.
Girl, bye. That joker wasn't over. He was lying because he was trying to get to what he wanted from her. Yeah. And that's one thing that people do when they want to be deceptive and they want something.
And this is men and women.
Yeah,
this is not just men.
Yeah, not just men. That's for sure.
Because I learned this is men and women. Men
for
and
sure.
women. For you guys that have just joined, we were talking about insecurities in relationships.
Issues of insecurity, and our first area of insecurity was the relationships. Yep. Mm-hmm. But if you guys don't know, I am D.Renee, the transformation specialist. I support women with overcoming obstacles to help them elevate in life and business.
Yes. I am Stephanie Rochelle, your relationship rehab specialist, and I help you develop an intentional dating strategy to win in life and love.
All right now. And so Missy writes, well, Tasha says, the signs are there always. Yes, they are, Tasha. We just have to not be so blinded by our emotions and our feelings to recognize it. And then Missy, what did Missy say?
Missy says, I'm trying to figure out, how do I heal? What do I do? I know keeping busy, but it hurts really bad. Of course it hurts. And I'm not telling you to not be sad. I'm just telling you to not stay there. Because we've all been through stuff. Mm-hmm. But a way to move on, of course, like you said, is to keep busy. But during this time, you got to get yourself back together. Mm-hmm. This is when you got to make sure that you're pouring into yourself. You got to get him totally out before you move on. Otherwise, you're doing the same thing as he just did. You go out, you meet somebody else. You're not all the way over him. You're not all the way healed. Getting back to knowing that you are worthy of the fairy tale. Mm-hmm. So until you get to that point, that knowing that you are worthy, not just, I don't want you back out here with all the guards up. You know what I mean? Then you're not really coming at yourself because you got all this hurt still that you're carrying around. So take some time. Take some time, like she said, and work on yourself. See, what I teach the women in my coaching program who are having to deal with hurt and trauma and pain and things like that is that the first step to healing is acceptance. Yeah. And you have to accept that this is over. You have to accept the situation for what it is right now. Because if you're not able to accept it, then it always keeps you in a place of denial, of unbelief, or I can't believe this, oh, woe is me type of state. So your first step to being able to heal in this process, Missy, is you accepting the situation for what it is. Yeah. You have to accept that you were in this relationship for 2 years. He went back to his ex. They're engaged. Like, you have to accept everything about this that's painful for you to accept. And that's the first step to you healing from it. Because you're no longer in denial about it. You're no longer in a place to where you're in a woe is me type of state. And you can accept it. And then from there, you can then do something about it because you now can accept it. And right now, it sounds like you're having difficulty accepting that this has happened. Because you're still looking, you're still saying, well, they're not married yet. Yeah. At least in December, they weren't married yet. Where, I mean, not that I'm all the way hard, but I mean, I am the type, if you don't want me, I don't want you. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. I know, call it whatever you want, but I'm not going to stay too long. It's not that I ain't love you. It's not that I didn't care for you. I'm just not going to let you leave me in that state. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to let you take over my life. And because I'm just a happy person. I don't have time for that. Marlisha had wrote some. She said if a man has 2% of his heart out there, that means 70%.
That's right.
Yeah, of course. Right. He didn't tell the truth when he told you 2%. 98%.
Because Miss Larisha said he was lying. And Kathy writes, Missy, you are hurt. Your hurt will pass. Sending you a mental hug.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to gather around our sister.
That's right. Yeah. That's what this group is for.
That's what this format is
to help
about.
Us all push through. And we are coaches.
And I'm a therapist, a licensed therapist.
You may like her style, you may like my style, but it's you don't know how many women that we deal with, and men too, actually, because I met a lot of guys that have been hurt.
That's right.
And they're just stuck right there. Then we come along and we're ready. I mean, okay, we're not stuck. We're ready. That's right. And you're stuck.
That's right.
So you have to get unstuck before, you have to get unstuck to move on to the next relationship. You cannot take that hurt, pain, and all that. Otherwise, I would have blamed Alex for everything I've been through.
Right.
And it's, he wasn't bringing none. It's not fair.
And that's not
fair. And I would have messed it up.
Yeah, you would have.
it may, we may not be in the fairy tale.
And Missy, I don't think what you've told us is you being insecure at all. It's just you being hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just you being hurt in this moment because that's painful and you're human and you love and you feel and that's hurtful.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be hurt. I would be devastated. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a relationship to where I was talking to somebody and then, find out all this stuff. Like, that's devastating.
Right.
That's hurtful. And you have to heal from that. That takes time to process and heal. But again, your first step to healing is accepting.
Yeah. It is.
It's accepting. So Shawnee writes,
people need to understand that it's not their fault when a person cheats or leaves.
That is true. That is true.
And she says cheats or leaves. I'm going to say cheats and leaves. Both has happened. So.
Right.
To me. So,
right.
Hey, we have all been through something. But I think everything that you go for is not for nothing. I promise you, if you push through, you will be a better person.
That's
you
right.
You will be better.
That's
you will be better.
That's right.
He just got you more ready for the next guy who really can appreciate you, Missy.
So since we've been talking about insecurities, if you guys think that we are providing you with some value, please share, heart it up. Let us know that we are giving you some great information.
Yes.
Share this with your friends because there's somebody out here who can use these use this information. Tag them, share. Like it up, so let us know that we're doing a good job in giving you guys information.
Tawana says, "Hurt people hurt people."
That exactly.
And that's why you got to take the time, guys, before you move on to the next relationship or the next from bed to bed. You got to take the time to heal.
You have to.
You got to take the time to heal
for that particular reason. And they do, and it might be done unintentionally.
Right.
But what you have to recognize is that emotionally, that person is just not able to give you what you want and what you need at this time because they are still hurting or healing from something that has happened to them. So, Tawana says, exactly, you're not in control of other people's actions. That is absolutely right. And then Miss Larisha says, just don't take it into the next relationship.
That's what we're telling her. Right.
That's right.
That's why you got to take time. You got to take time. Shawnee says, when a man cheats or a woman, it leaves the other person sometimes believing that they aren't worthy, which is a lie from the enemy. We have to believe what God says about us. Absolutely.
That's right.
And maybe I believe it too much. Because I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, she'd be like, whatever. But, for us people who've been out here in the world having to date a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? And having
so maybe you need to come on over to my side. Because I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm trying, but,
But did y'all listen? It was on the radio the other day, and that's what Frank Ski and it was Dr. Tart, and that's what they were saying, that they prefer women who had a little bit more to say. I'm not talking about, nasty women or being ugly to me. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm just saying having a voice, not just a person that'll let you just run all over. So, I mean, just stand up for yourself. Know that you're worthy. Know that, if you leave, I'm not going to fall apart. Trust and believe I'm not. I know what I bring to the table, and I'm with somebody that knows what he brings to the table, and together we make a great.
Look, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm with somebody for 2 years, I'm gonna fall apart.
You gonna fall apart?
I'm gonna fall apart initially. Because you're dealing with those, when you're doing those initial emotions of the split, and you've been pouring your heart, your time, your energy, your love, your emotions into this situation, and it ends I'm gonna be devastated. Just give me about 30 days. So I can get my life.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
why
I can cry.
Just don't stay there.
No.
30 days is good.
I'm gonna fall apart.
I can agree with you on that.
I'm gonna do this.
30 days is good.
But it's gonna be like every day, not like.
No. The devil is a lie. You are not getting me sad every day. That's not gonna happen. I got some girlfriends on this live right now that says, Steph, we about to go out. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and you know who you are. When I was going through it, yes.
I mean, that's okay, but still, what was going on in the quiet, in the
so when I came back home, then I was
you
crying.
falling apart.
No.
You ain't fall apart.
No, I was like, "Ooh, it's time to go to bed." I had me a good time.
But you was good because you were in a long relationship. You was in a long marriage for 30 years. And then, but for us out here who, trying to get there. So you saying since I had already had the long relationship, I'd be good by myself. It's even worse. I'm not saying you'd be good by yourself.
I had to come back out here in the 40s, 45.
You're not having repeat devastation moments. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You're not having the repeat. I don't even know if that's anything, but I'm going to call it that. I guess got their turn. But repeat devastation. But you know what? Now that I done figured some stuff out, I probably should have been having repeat devastation moments. I just didn't know. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Tasha said she would be devastated, then pissed, then watch me. I'm just trying to tell you, Tasha. We ain't gonna stay there, but me and you, we right here. We right here. Missy said, I don't have low self-esteem. I'm not insecure. I'm just hurt and mad as hell. I know that's right, Missy. And you deserve to be mad as hell. Yes, you sure are.
You are allowed to, Missy. We are not telling you to not be mad. We are not telling you to not be sad.
And I'm not telling you not to cry.
I just want you to use a reset method and push forward. That's all. Just don't stay there. Think of good thoughts.
Mm-hmm. You got to do things. You got to do things to get out that you enjoy. You have to refocus your time and your attention on bettering you, getting you together. Because one thing that I had to ask myself, was,
hey, Lynn.
What was it about me?
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Hey, what was it about me that allowed me to continue to go through the things that I was going through? What was it about me that allowed me to keep choosing the same thing over and over and over again? Like when I went through my transformation, which is what my book is about. When I went through my transformation, I looked at every aspect of my life. It wasn't about just the repeat relationships. It was about friendships. It was about relationships. It was about my family relationships. Like, what was it about me that allowed me to keep drawing that into my life? Because that's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. I had to take an interest. You hit on a good
thing, because I hear that a lot from ladies is they keep choosing the same type. And I did. Now, when I got back out here again and I had to figure this out, I did ask God for something different. But now you have to be ready when God sends something different to accept something different, because it was so different.
And it's going to come in a different package.
It was so different. Came in a different package. Everything. Like, it was so, I could have missed it.
And it ain't going to be all what you want it to be. And so Tasha reads, I would be devastated and pissed, then watch me overcome the enemy.
Right.
And Larisha writes, Missy, you have to let go of the anger. You feel used when a man tells you 2%. Then next time run. That's right. That's right.
I'm with you, Diva.
And Missy said, I run fast as hell.
Yes. And again, Missy, come back here every Wednesday, girl. This is where we get it in. This is where we talk about everything
in the meeting in the ladies' room, you guys, because we want to provide you guys with as much value. Again, like, share, because there are other women out here who need to hear somebody encouraging him, that needs to hear somebody have a place to where they can discuss these issues, and we can talk from experience, we can talk from expertise
and different points of view.
Absolutely.
The way I deal with it, the way she deals with it. I'm sure there's other people, like myself, and there's other people like you. So, together we will get there.
The dynamic duo.
Exactly.
So
there's an actress and an actor in every scene. Yep. Amen. Yes. What Kim says. You can't do the same things because you will get the same results. You got to try something different, y'all. You got to try something. Don't be scared to try something different.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. And see, what I found even in transformation is that it's very hard when you have to look at yourself. Yes. It's hard. Yes. It's hard as heck, you guys. I mean, when I went through my own personal transformation and having to take that look at me, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to deal with the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's and a lot of women have problems with it. When I'm coaching my women in this process of transformation, it's difficult,
right?
And that's a lot of times, like, you find a lot of people, that's why they on drugs.
Yeah.
That's why they're out here doing things that they shouldn't be doing, alcoholics and stuff, because when they've been hurt or when they've been victimized, they have a hard time looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So they drink and they do use all these drugs and do things to hurt themselves so that they won't have to think about it. So they don't have to think about fixing them.
Exactly.
And even in counseling.
Yeah.
Even in counseling, people avoid counseling because they don't want to deal with the issues.
It's easier to have a drink than to choose to be happy through the pain.
That's right.
It's so much easier to come up with something else than to choose to be happy through the pain.
That's right.
And the choosing to be happy is a choice you have to make every single day until you get on the other side.
Yes.
That's what I coach my ladies.
I agree.
Every single day until you get on the other side. It's a choice.
Happiness is definitely a choice.
It's
and when
easy being bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy holding on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier. It's so hard to get up every morning and make a choice to be happy regardless of what comes your way.
That's it. But that comes with acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That happiness comes with acceptance. That's why I say acceptance is powerful.
Yeah.
Acceptance is powerful. It is so freeing. Not just powerful, but freeing.
Yeah.
It can release you from so many different things if you can just accept it.
But you know what? After you go through that, if you can get back to knowing that you are still worthy. I don't care what happened. I don't care if he left. I don't care. No, if you know that if you can get back to that, because somewhere I think in that sadness, you forget.
That's right. So Missy Wright, thank you, ladies. I appreciate the input. I will keep all what you said in mind and work on me and get over it. And I have to sign off. Love you, Kim. Love you, Tasha. Love you, Lynn. Everyone take care. Thank you for your input. Thank you so much, Missy. We definitely appreciate you. Yes, every Wednesday at 8:30.
Yeah. What Tasha said, you have to look at yourself. This is what, yes, right.
This is what made me stronger.
Absolutely.
See, Tasha, that's exactly what I just said. It is so freeing. It's freeing.
Yeah.
So accepting things is so freeing, you guys. Like, it is like the best thing.
And what about, so he chose the other lady, right? So then what about, then they start talking down to you and making you think and believe that you're not. All that. And it's like, that's
just a mind control. They're trying to play games at that point. Because if you've already moved on and you already chose somebody else, don't try to belittle me.
Exactly.
And make me feel like don't nobody want me, because the devil is a lie. You wanted me. And just like you wanted me, it's somebody else that want me. It's a whole bunch of people out here who want me.
What? I'm trying to tell you. And I had to tell her.
And you had to show.
That's a negative. I'm just saying. Hey, Paul. Hey, Stephanie.
Kim said, love you, lady. You get over this. I got your back. All right, Kim. That's what I'm saying. What did girl power.
Say, you have to know.
You have to
what
know
your happy is, though.
Yes,
that's right.
Ooh, yes, that's a good one, Larisha. How many? See, we talked about this a little bit before when I said that you have to know what you want. Yeah. And knowing what you want is also knowing what makes you happy. We can always talk about all the other stuff that we don't like, that we don't want, that we don't this, that we don't that. But a lot of people have difficulty saying what they do want, what makes them happy, because people don't know that.
But you know what? That's why on Monday on my live, I told them to figure out their love language. Yeah. Yeah. Figure out their love language, because it means a lot. It's 5 love languages. You can go take the test, figure it out, discuss it with your mate, your partner. I'm talking to the married people now, or the people that, has a partner. Figure out your love language. 5, the number 5. Lovelanguages.com. Figure it out.
And then you can take the test, and then they have the book. Chapman is the author of Gary Chapman. Gary Chapman is the author of the 5 Love Languages. It's a great book. It's a great book because you need to know what makes you happy in any situation in your, especially in your marriage. But especially if you looking for a marriage, you know what I'm saying. You need to know
because these again, it's part of the discussion that you're having up front. You know, these are the things that I like, and people that don't want to hear the questions and talk about stuff. Y'all, we too old. They're not it. They're not it because they're not really trying to get to know who you are. You know, we're changing all the time. You know what I mean? So every 5 years, I say take the test again because you know if you made it through 5 years, you're learning and growing through the whole process. And the idea is to learn and grow together.
Yes.
And that's what Alex and I try to continue to work on is we learn and grow at the same, same rate.
And so, you guys, if you're just joining us, our topic tonight is issues of insecurity, and we were speaking about issues of insecurity as it relates to relationships. And we just had a scenario that someone was so lucky to share with us about a situation that she was in. So we're just kind of going with the flow as it relates to the comments, you guys.
Yes.
So Kim said, I love that. Figure out your love language. Stop hooking up.
Kim, Monday. That's what I talked about Monday. Hookup versus the relationship in 2019. We're not doing the hookup. And if you intentionally date, again, I got to go back to my strategy. If you date with intention, it won't be a hookup because they'll weed themselves out.
And Larisha said, stop settling. Oh, that is absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Larisha. We have to stop settling because sometimes, I know for me, I had never been married. So for me, it's easy. It can be easy to say, oh, well, let me just go over here since this is the person that want me. And let me just deal with this, or let me just deal with that since they want me. And, it's too much to I don't want to keep going through this process, or I don't want to keep doing this, or I don't want to keep doing that. And it can be easy just to settle just because of that. And you know that your desire, I know that my desire is to be married. But what do I coach?
I coach you to get to the what?
To the fairy tale.
To the fairy tale. I'm going to get y'all to believe in the fairy tale. Again, I think we have forgotten about the fairy tale. The fairy tale does exist. And everybody's fairy tale is different. I'm not trying to make my fairy tale your fairy tale. But I want us to get to the fairy tale. It makes a difference.
I got a confession.
Okay.
I think I told you this. I'm confessing. I don't know if I believe in no fairy tale.
But you know what? Can I confess something?
I know you gonna help a sister out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, cause I know it starts in the mindset and all this other kind of stuff. But like I don't know, cause I've been out here in this world for a long time,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Well, I could have
been
been married.
But are you making the square? Are you trying to put the square in the circle?
No, I'm not. That's why I'm not married. Because I would have been trying to make the square fit in the circle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Were? I could have been married.
You were blessed.
But I didn't
want to just do that. Because we don't want to. We trying to get to the fairy tale, and the fairy tale is not trying to put the square in the circle. Oh. That's not the fairy tale.
Oh, okay.
Me and Alice ain't fighting around here. We have a good time, as y'all can see. We have a good time. I'm talking about finding somebody that you enjoy being with, having a good time. Your partner, your friend.
I had someone who I could have enjoyed being with because before when we talked, I could have enjoyed being with him.
Okay.
However, when the situation presented itself again, he wasn't willing to do what he needed to do to not be in a vulnerable situation, because I think he was just trying to choose me because he was in a vulnerable situation. Because when he wasn't in that vulnerable situation before, he didn't choose me. You know what I'm saying? So when he
ran back to what he knew was good,
right? And so when I told him no, that I think we needed to wait until
Hey,
he was
Charles.
out of his vulnerable situation to see how things go. He didn't want to do that. So it was like, oh, well, you don't want to be my woman right now. Then, oh, well, we just, we'll just be friends. Don't even worry about it. Why do I have to, first of all, you're not going to make me choose you.
Right.
First of all. And secondly, you're not going to force me to have to be with you right now. If that, like, I'm not going to do that.
And you know what? Your life partner is so easy. You don't have to do all that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get y'all again. I'm just going to beat it over your head. There is the fairy tale. It exists. It exists.
Hey Charles. Hey Kelly. Thank you guys
Kelly.
for joining us.
Kelly been married a long time.
We've been talking about insecurities as it relates to relationship, and we had someone pose a question, so we answered that question, and we've just kind of been going with the flow. And Kim writes, I'm asking all questions. You don't have to answer. It's cool. I'll move on. That's right, Kim. Next.
That's right, Marlisha, though. Everyone's fairy tale is different. I said that. Yeah. Mine is not yours.
That's right.
But I just need you to believe that it exists.
That's right.
Yeah. If you're cool with it, then you're happy.
That's
and that's
right.
that's what we're trying to get to.
That's
your
it.
happiness. That's it.
Your happiness.
That's it.
That's what's most important, you guys.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you have to be good with you. Regardless of if you have someone or you don't have someone.
That's right.
You still have to be good with you. Whether that's your insecurities, whether that is you trying to get yourself together to heal from whatever it is that you need to heal from so that you can find that person that you want to be with. Whatever it is, even in a marriage, sometimes you even lose yourself in marriages. Sometimes you lose yourself.
Ding. I did. Yeah.
Sometimes you lose yourself in roles, responsibilities, and relationships, and you have to reach back and find yourself. That moment when you go into the mirror and you don't recognize who you are, your gifts, your talent, your purpose, and you're just basically existing to please and do everything for everybody else.
Because you know what? I did all that, agreed to disagree, and still, I ended up divorced. So what? What?
You might as well speak your mind.
What? I'm just saying. Wait, discuss everything, talk about it, get to know each other. Old-fashioned ways.
Your happiness is important, you guys. Your happiness is important, not just what you're doing for other people to make them happy. Your happiness is important. Yeah. Pay attention to red flags. Pay attention to the sign. Pay attention. Most of all, pay attention to your intuition. Yeah. Because your intuition, like, that's our sixth sense. That's women's sixth sense. God gave us that, you guys. He gave us that for a reason, because he knows how nurturing we are. He knows how understanding, like, he made us this way. You know what I'm saying? And he gave us that.
Oh, we gotta put that in the fishbowl, the nurturing thing.
Oh,
the ladies that try to help everybody.
Yeah, we gotta put that in.
That gotta go in the fishbowl. It's going in, y'all. It's going in.
So, we just have to take care of us, because the only way for you to continue to take care of everybody else is if you take care of yourself. So you can't neglect yourself in all of that. Bentley in this toy.
Bentley, you won't play with him, y'all. He done got his toy. That's my dog. Let's see what else. Did we miss any more questions? We got Kim.
Tasha said your fairy tale is tailored to the individual, and it is.
That's what I tell them in my program. Let's get to your fairy tale.
So I don't right now. My fairy tale is just finding me a husband. Just not me finding a husband. Having my husband find me.
Thank you for correcting that.
That's my fairy. I don't know what that's supposed to look like. I mean, him finding me, but I don't.
Right, we're gonna talk about that. First, you got to get out there. You got to get in the game.
No.
See, you ain't got time for the game. That's what I'm saying. You got to get in the game, ladies. Single ladies, get in the game. Get in the game.
So
please like and share so the ladies can know. Get in the game, guys. Get in the game.
Share. So Marisha said, no one can make you happy. Only you can make you happy. The fairy tale is a plus. But a lot of people go into relationships looking at that person to make them happy. It does. Oh no, it does not.
You know
work.
why? Because they didn't get themselves together before moving on to the next relationship. Mm-hmm. That's what happens most times. Mm-hmm. You know, we got to take a second in between. You know, we can't just jump to the next one.
And when you talk about looking for happiness in somebody else, nobody can, like you all say, make you happy. They can contribute to your happiness. Mm-hmm. But they can't make you happiness. Right. Happiness is an inside job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's something you have to, again, take an introspective look at yourself to see what it is about you that's causing you to not have that happiness and joy from within. And you need to do what it takes to get that happiness and that joy for yourself, because you're going to go into a relationship, legs, you're going to go into a relationship broken because you're looking for something external to provide you with something that's internal. Happiness, you're not going to find that by buying all this stuff. Let's take, for instance, all these celebrities that's breaking down and having breakdowns, and that's, you know, not happy and miserable and committing suicide and all these other kind of things. Like, if you take a look at some of these celebrities, let's see, we had Robin Williams, we had Don Cornelius, we had Mariah Carey been recently diagnosed with bipolar, but having all them nervous breakdown. Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, these people had a wealth of money, a whole bunch of stuff, a whole lot of things, and they still were not happy. You know what I'm saying? So happiness, it can't be bought. Happiness is an inside job. You just can't go get it. You can't go get another person. You can't, a warm body with their arm around you is not going to make you happy. It's inside. Hey, Inger. And it's unfair to other people for you to feel like they have to do that. Can't nobody do that. Hey, Lily.
Absolutely. I think we can stay on this topic. Like, for insecurities. Can go so many different ways.
We've been on insecurity for the whole hour. And that's okay today. That's okay today.
We try to get to 2 topics, but we ain't going to get to 2 today.
That's it. But Kim said, exactly, me too. And Tasha said, no ma'am, LOL. That's right. I mean, when you talk about dealing with your insecurities, you know, and some of the, if you have any issues with insecurities, any self-esteem issues, anything that's causing you any discomfort or something that you don't like, then you have to, one, take a step back. You're not ready for a relationship. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready to be involved in somebody else's life because, one, you probably have the wrong type of thinking process.
Right.
2, you're not healed from whatever it is. It don't even have to be a relationship. You're not healed from whatever past trauma or whatever past issues that you may have occurred, whatever past childhood stuff that you may be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And you have to heal from that. And that's what I help women to do. So if you need support in that area, please feel free to hit me up. I mean, you can reach me on Facebook at my D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist, or you can reach me on my website at drenee.org. But that's what we do. We support women.
Hey, Anthony.
We support women with getting through these obstacles so that they can live a better life and have and grow in life and business if that's what they choose to do. So Larisha writes, men also be broken, depressed. They hide it well. Women wear their emotions on their sleeves so that the man is busy trying to make you happy. How does he deal with his?
Exactly. Men
don't like to seem weak. Oh, that's absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Larisha.
But you know what? That's when we come in. That's when we come in. You know what I mean? We are nurturers and we do help them get through some things. But sometimes you got to recognize, you know, because when I was out there, I did recognize that men had been hurt as well. Because I didn't know. Like I said, I had been in a long-term relationship. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of men out here that's been through some stuff. Because the women have flipped the role. You know, the women was being the men. You know, and they was hitting and leaving and all of that stuff. Like the men I thought was men was the only ones that
They
did
were
that.
hitting and leaving.
Oh, they were hitting and leaving. They was getting in and going out of there. I was just like, wow. This how we doing it? That's what I'm saying. I couldn't play the game, y'all. I didn't even know how to play that game. So I had to come up with my own strategy.
So ladies, y'all out here hitting and leaving, huh?
I'm just telling what the guys are telling me. It was obvious. They were broken. Totally broken. And like Marlisha was saying, and they don't have anybody to talk it through with. You know, they're not going to their guys talking about how this girl did them wrong. They're not having that discussion.
No,
but you know,
not unless they married. Not unless they married.
Right.
Then they might open up and talk to their friends then about their marriage or something they might be going through. But it ain't gonna be all their friends. It's just gonna be like maybe one or two.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. So if they don't talk though, but we got to kind of recognize and kind of push through. And like I said, having discussions with them up front. Like me and Alex talked for 2 months before even going out. Talking, you can kind of figure out where they're at. But even if they have some pain and some hurt from past relationships, because sometimes that baggage will pop up and you recognize it as baggage. It didn't have anything to do with me. So I know it's not me. It came from the previous relationship. But you talk about it, you discuss it, because deep down, the base of the man
What's funny
is
Lily?
good.
Yeah,
the base of the man is good.
Men are men too. You know, men are human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have feelings and emotions, and like she said, they hide it. And just because they hide it, don't mean that they don't feel it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hiding it and feeling
and you
is
really
two different
want
things.
the one that's going to show you a little something.
Yeah.
You know, we want them to be able to be vulnerable enough with us so that we can help them too. It's not all about them helping us. I mean, it's you know, that's how when we're looking for the life partner, we're looking for all of that.
That's right.
You know.
Right.
We're looking for all of that.
I mean, some men, you know, if they really been done really wrong, like that person has really done some downright trifling stuff, like they are really gonna be having a difficult time, because one thing about men and women is that when a woman cheats on a man, or when a woman hurts or betrays or deceives a man, it's a total. I mean,
that ego, right?
Yes, the ego is bruised.
So just like we say, we got to know that we're worthy. Now we got to, in our coaching session, now we got to pump him back up and let him know that he's worthy as well.
Absolutely.
And the fairy tale does still exist. I'm going back to that.
I don't know.
She's out.
Do y'all believe in fairy tales? Do y'all believe in fairy tales?
Keep hanging. Keep coming here.
I already told y'all.
Keep coming here.
I already told y'all my thing is, I don't know if I believe in no fairy tale. I mean, I don't even know what that looks like.
Well, I tell you this. Don't settle, like Marlisha said, until you get to it.
Well, I haven't been.
Exactly.
I would have been.
I would prefer you to keep waiting because it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked wonderful. It looked wonderful. It looks wonderful.
Yeah,
I mean, you and your husband, y'all cool. Like y'all have a great relationship. It looks wonderful.
But we work on it too.
Marriages work.
We work on it too, and you know, I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, overall, it's pretty doggone perfect. And like Alex said, you know, do it a little different sometime. You know, like we're going out tomorrow. Date night is tomorrow, so I won't be at kickboxing. I got to go to the boat show, but unless he has to work late. But stuff like that, do it a little different. I mean, who really takes you out on a date to the boat show?
Keisha says, I think dreams can come true. You have to wait on it.
That's it.
I've been waiting for a long time, Keisha. I've been waiting for a long time.
But you know what? The flip side.
What?
But when you get it, it's going to be worth the wait.
When is that?
I'm trusting and believe it's going to be worth the wait. You can be like, I'm glad I waited.
When is that, though?
Because I would not want you to be in it and it not be. And you waited all this time.
I've been waiting a long time. When is the fairy tale gonna hit me? When the fairy tale gonna hit? When the fairy tale gonna hit
go
me?
Through Stephanie's program?
Will the therapist go through?
Will the therapist listen?
The therapist will listen with some objection. I'm just joking.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just joking.
I told the lady earlier, you gotta listen to me. You gotta. I didn't
listen.
Tried and true. I didn't did it.
Malisha said, but they want us to ask the right questions like pulling teeth. That's right, Malisha. It is like pulling teeth, because Sometimes they don't want to answer your questions. They don't want to answer, you know what I'm saying, the hard questions. And when you find them jokers avoiding, what you got to do, Stephanie?
Next.
You say next.
I promise
because
y'all,
you still got
they
to
not
know.
ready.
You still got to know what you need to know.
That's right.
So you ask those important questions. And if they're not on the same page, if they're not in the same direction, then you get out of there.
Yeah.
Out of there.
Say?
So
that's why more people are doing more online relationships, but because they are trying to hide, they never transition to personal relationships, meaning they are not dating. People are existing but not truly living.
Ooh, that is so true, Inga.
Now, but I met my husband on an online dating site.
That is so true, Inga. Legs, you over here laughing, having you a good time, girl. I
met my husband really and truly, being in the game is being on the online sites because it's more people, guys. I mean, just break it down. It's more people. You got to get in the game.
My kickball sister said Jim is not gonna listen. She talking to me. My kickball name is Gemini.
Oh. I already know, Lily. That's why you saw me turn to her, right? You saw me. Are you gonna listen? She's not ready. She's not ready. I'm gonna keep working on her though. I'm gonna keep sliding it around the corner.
Look, 2019 is my year of yes. I'm saying yes to me. Okay. You know, give me about a couple more weeks, and we could revisit this thing to maybe I can list. Maybe after I do this Daniel fast, then maybe God will download in my spirit.
Yes. That you need to make some changes.
That I need to, get my life right.
We all need to make changes.
So that I can get this fairy tale that I don't know exists.
Sometimes I'll be so mad, God be like, don't say nothing. Be quiet. Be like, dang.
So Larisha,
you gotta learn, y'all.
Larisha says, you have to prepare yourself. How do you prepare yourself, Larisha? What are we preparing for? What are we preparing for?
More.
And then Inga said, wait on it. God got you. Yeah, he gonna have to have me, Inga. He gonna have to have me because right now, I don't know. I'm waiting on this fairy tale. If y'all,
at least you still want to get married.
I do.
So all hope is not lost. At least you believe in marriage. You still want to get married.
Dating fast. What is dating fast?
She said the Daniel fast for her church.
Oh, the Daniel fast. That's no meats, no sweets for 21 days.
Tasha with me. Yes, I said I knew.
No meats, no sweets for 21 days, and fasting to hear from God, see where I'm going in 2019. Great way to start off my year.
Yeah.
I haven't done the fast in a while because you have to be mentally prepared. You got to have your mind right for this kind of stuff.
That's right. Drink a lot of water.
Yep, drink water and have your mind right. Because
okay.
My dinner tonight was fried pickles, broccoli and mashed potatoes.
Now, Alicia writes, when she was talking before, you have to prepare yourself for the things that you ask for.
Oh,
that's what I said. You missed that live on Monday, D. But yeah, it's like, you want him to come with all these things, and then you don't even have those things.
That's right.
So you got to constantly be working on yourself, while you're waiting on God to send them.
I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself. I've been doing a whole lot of work on myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of work on myself, and it's a forever evolving process. Because you're constantly
and sometimes you think you take 10 steps, and then something be like, dang it, I ain't answer that one correctly. I do it too. That's what I told you. Sometimes you just got to be quiet. Because sometimes I be ready to God be like, be quiet.
Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Sit on down. Sit on down now.
But that's that growth.
Yeah.
That's that growth. You don't have to say something all the time.
Yeah.
A response is not always needed.
And Tasha said, you can do it. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, girl, because I'm going to get it right. She going to make sure I can do this. Stephanie going to make sure she get me right. Y'all just...
I want nothing more than the people that I love and I hang around to be in the fairy tale. Absolutely.
Just keep me in your prayers.
Absolutely. I want nothing more. I love seeing that.
I'm getting together, y'all.
Yeah,
so, who else believe in these fairy tales? Lily, you believe in fairy tales? Keisha, you believe in fairy tales? How long are you supposed to wait for these fairy tales? someone told me when you don't expect it, it will
Hey, Anna.
happen. Well, I ain't been expecting and it still ain't happening.
But you got to get in the game. You're not in the game.
I'm not in the
You're
game.
not in the game. You got to get in the game. You got to get in the game if you're single.
Okay, I gotta get.
That's what I was telling them last Monday on the live. I said, we were having some friends over. I'm like, how, if you single, how are you not somewhere watching the game?
I think I'm playing double dutch right now. I'm like this. I'm
Okay.
getting ready. I'm getting ready to jump.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to jump.
All right.
And then I got to jump.
You got to
with 2
get
feet
in the game.
You know how you got to just, when
That's
you're
right.
double dutching, you got to jump in with both feet. You know what I'm
But you're
saying?
doing like this.
Yeah, I'm doing like this right now. You know what
got to
I'm saying?
do that.
I'm like this.
Scared.
You
You got to get in the game, y'all. It doesn't even matter. What's the worst that can happen?
Lily said she believes in fairy tales. Oh, that's so sweet. What that look like?
Me and Lily. See? Me, Lily, and Tasha.
There's a fairy tale for everybody.
That's right.
Okay, I hear you, Lily. There's a fairy tale, but I guess I need to put that on my. You know what? I need to design me a fairy tale vision board. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what I need.
That's
to do.
right. Whatever you want, whatever, manifest it.
Oh,
Speak it.
Keisha asked, "What's getting in the game? Is it for you? Then it's for you." What
No,
she
you
wants
gotta
to
put-
know.
you
She
gotta-
wants to know what it means to get in the game.
You got to
Not
put
a
yourself
relationship
out there.
coach.
You got to put yourself in position if you're single to meet people. Be in places where there are guys.
Yep.
You got to get in the game. A lot of people don't like online, but to me, that's where most of the guys were. So that's why I went online. I just wanted to be bold and do something different. But you can't just meet everybody at the grocery store. You got to go to Home Depot. You got to go to the sports bars. You got to go where guys hang out. Mm-hmm. You got to go to the golf course. You got to go to Top Golf. Mm-hmm. You got to get in the game. You got to position yourself.
You got to go
to
online
meet people.
Date. You got to go.
I was giving her options if she didn't want an online date. See, I was giving you options because the online dating, they all sitting right there.
Right. Laid out.
But it's a method. If you do online, you got to have a strategy. You got to have a strategy. You got to have a strategy. I got the strategy for you. You just got to call me.
So
RelationshipRehabSpecialist.com. I'm telling you.
Lily said,
book a strategy session.
Stop dodging the ropes. It's there when you least expect it. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Well, he ain't coming to your door knocking on the door. He could.
What Keisha said, how about it happening organically?
Organically, like at the grocery store, across the what they say, you're in the club and you catch eye contact.
I guess just
all that can happen. It can happen. It just limits it from happening faster. That's all. But it can happen. It can. It's few and far between is what I'm trying to say. It's just more guys online. There's more guys at Home Depot.
So what you're saying, relationship rehab specialist, is that in order to accelerate this process of finding our fairy tale,
right,
then we need to also incorporate online dating.
I think you should. I'm just being honest with you. Or you got to get out there more. Okay. Because here's the thing, ladies. Online dating, some people hit it the first time. I mean, I had to go through several frogs, okay? Mm-hmm. You got to go through the frogs. So if you're waiting on the guy that you're meeting eye contact with across the club, if you're waiting on the guy that you meet in the grocery store, and you could have met 50 guys, and you'd have met 2.
So you could have met 50 online versus 2 at the grocery store.
And both of them 2 was frogs. I'm just saying. You got to go through them.
Waiting it to happen organically. Frogs. D said frogs. Hey, D.
Because we're trying to get to our prince, D. We're trying to get to the prince. So you got to go through the frogs to get to the prince. The prince is the fairy tale. What can say?
Marlisa said
yes, they're not going to knock at the door. I mean, typically not. I'm just saying, and even if they do and they're a frog. Mm-hmm. So if the UPS man come to the door and he looking all right, but he a fraud.
Yeah. Well, Marlisha says you can't be scared. I'm not scared. I'm definitely not scared. I'm not scared, Marlisha. Larisha, I'm so sorry. I'm not scared. I'm just double dutching with some stuff I got going on in my personal life. And so I'm just
trying to make the square fit into the circle.
I ain't trying to make the square fit into the circle.
That's all right. I'm going to keep working on it, y'all. I'm going to keep working on it. See? Alicia said she living her fairy tale. I know, because I saw y'all at the gym this morning, you and your boo. I saw y'all on the Facebook. Working it out together.
And
hey, Ty.
Nicole says,
we talking about insecurities in relationships, Ty.
She said, love it. I am going to call you for that strategy. All right, Nicole. All right, Nicole. That's what you need to do.
I tell people, because everybody is like, oh, I ain't fooling with no online. It's a strategy. It's a strategy.
I'm just saying, you guys, well, as it relates to our topic today, you guys, was insecurities in relationships. And we have had some great conversations about that. We want to thank you guys. Thank you for sharing our lives, to grow it, to help somebody out here. It may not be somebody you know. It might be somebody that somebody else knows that will be able to get some value out of these situations.
We're here every Wednesday.
We are here every Wednesday at 8:30 for our meeting in the ladies' room conversations. As you guys see, we just go with the flow. Yeah. We talk about any and everything.
And we love the participation.
Yes, we love that interaction with you guys. That's what this is about. That's what this platform is for. And we so appreciate you guys joining us tonight. So do we have any more questions, comments, or anything you want to ask us? You have the relationship rehab specialist over here, and I am the transformation specialist over here. And so do you have any closing comments or
anybody
questions?
that chimed in late, please go back and listen to the replay.
Yes,
it was a lot of good tips. I'm sure you got a friend that need this advice. Please share.
Yes, absolutely. Share. Like. The more we get out there, the more people.
Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Larissa. That's Diva. That's my Zumba instructor, y'all.
The more you guys share it, the more people we're able to touch, the more people we're able to provide value, because we have to heal each other. And as sisters out here, we have to heal each other. We have to help each other in this process. Okay. So just to recap on some things that we discussed tonight, we discussed insecurities in relationship as it relates to marriages, as it relates to control, as it relates to, you needing to heal yourself from past hurts, past trauma, past relationships that you've been involved in that didn't kind of yield the results that you desire to have. These are things that you have to constantly work on before you can even put yourself out there to be in a relationship with somebody else, because it's going to be unfair to that other person that you are coming to them broken and hurt, and you are going to eventually not be emotionally available to give them the things that they desire and the things that they need in that relationship. So we want you guys to join us if you need, support as it relates to relationships. If you feel like you're good and you're ready to date and you're ready to do all these things, then hit Stephanie. She's the relationship rehab specialist. She's here to help you fast track. But if you know that you need some more work, you have some transformation, you need there's some inside things that you may be dealing with, then guess what? That's what I'm here for. I'm D.Renee, the transformation specialist, and I support women with overcoming obstacles to help them elevate in life and business. So that means as a transformational life coach and consultant, as well as a licensed therapist, I support women with rediscovering who they are, not only rediscovering who they are, but increasing their self-esteem and their self-confidence, helping them to dispel eliminating beliefs so that they can walk freely into their purpose and create the life and the business that they desire to have. So we thank you guys so much for joining in with us tonight. It has been a great and awesome live on Meeting in the Ladies Room. You guys have provided so much support and so many comments during this time. So if you're just joining us, please hit the replay button and you can go and you can comment in the replay, and we will go back later and we will come in and we will answer. But what we really want you guys to do is share, like. Join us here every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. We have our meeting in the ladies' room every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. I also on this same page on Tuesdays I have my Transformation Tuesdays every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then we have Stephanie. What do you have?
I have Mindset Mondays on Mondays at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And on Wednesday I'm here with you meeting in the ladies' room.
Well, how can they support you on Mondays?
They can join into my Facebook Live, my Mindset Mondays at 8 o'clock. Facebook Live. You can get me on my personal page, Stephanie Smith. You can find me there.
Okay. So you guys, please share. If you need any support in any way, feel free to DM me. Feel free to contact me via my website at D.Renee.org. And we appreciate you and thank you so much for joining us on a meeting in the ladies' room.
Sorry, my computer died today.
You guys have an awesome and blessed week, and we look forward to seeing you guys back here next week. Okay? All right. Good night.